there are tacos, and then there are birria tacos. These aren't just street food. They're a celebration of patience, of spice, and of the way time transforms ingredients into something unforgettable. Crisp golden tortillas, juicy shredded beef, a consommé so rich and red you could mistake it for liquid fire. Yet it's gentle, layered, comforting. Today we're making them from scratch. No shortcuts, no compromises. Just the real deal, scaled perfectly for 4 people. Enough to satisfy, but so good you'll wish you made more. We start with the star, the meat. You'll need 900 grams in total, 600 grams of beef shank, cross-cut so the marrow bones stay in, and 300 grams of beef short ribs for that buttery marbling. Can't find these? A simple 900 grams of chuck roast will do, but with bones you'll unlock a deeper broth, the kind that clings to the tortilla. Next, the chilies, the soul of birria. About 60 grams in total, 5 guajillo for brightness, 2 ancho for gentle sweetness, and 1 pasilla for earthy depth. Together they give the consommé its famous brick red colour. For aromatics and spices, 4 garlic cloves, 1/2 a medium white onion, 1/2 tablespoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon Mexican oregano, 1/2 a small cinnamon stick, and 1 whole clove. We'll also need the 2 bay leaves for the braise, 750 milliliters of beef stock, 30 milliliters of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon kosher salt or 1/2 tablespoon fine salt, and 1 teaspoon black pepper. And for the final tacos, 8-10 corn tortillas, 150 grams of Oaxaca cheese or mozzarella, 1/2 small onion finely diced, a handful of fresh cilantro chopped, and 2 limes cut into wedges. Pat your beef dry with kitchen paper. This isn't just neatness. Moisture stops seasoning from sticking and dilutes flavour. Sprinkle with 1 tablespoon kosher salt and 1 teaspoon black pepper. Make sure every side is coated. The salt will begin working straight away, drawing flavour into the fibres before we even marinate. Now for the flavours foundation. Remove the stems and most of the seeds from your guajillo, ancho and pasilla chilies. Keep a few seeds if you like a touch of heat. Heat a dry skillet over medium and toast the chilies in batches, about 15 seconds per side, until they puff slightly and release a wave of sweet smoke. The moment you smell them, they're ready. Push too far and you'll burn them, swapping complexity for bitterness. Once toasted, slide them into a bowl, cover with boiling water, and weigh them down with a plate. Let them soak for 15-20 minutes until soft and pliable. While the chilies soften, toast 1/2 tablespoon cumin seeds in the same pan for 30 seconds, just until they smell warm and nutty. Into the blender goes your drained chilies, 4 garlic cloves, 1/2 onion chopped, toasted cumin, 1 teaspoon oregano, the cinnamon stick, and the whole clove. Pour in 30 milliliters of apple cider vinegar for brightness, and 120 milliliters of beef stock to help it all come together. Blend on high until smooth. No skins, no lumps, just a velvety, deep red paste. If it's too thick, add another splash of stock. Place your beef in a large dish and pour over every drop of that marinade. Massage it into the meat with your hands, getting into every crevice. This isn't just about coating. You're helping the spices stick and sink in. Cover tightly and refrigerate for 12 to 24 hours. Overnight, the vinegar gently tenderizes the meat, the garlic mellows, and the spices seep deep inside. Tomorrow, you'll open the fridge to a smell so rich it's almost unfair to your neighbours. The next day, tip everything into a heavy pot or Dutch oven. Add the remaining beef stock, about 630 milliliters, or just enough to submerge the meat. Slip in the 2 bay leaves. Bring it to a gentle simmer, never a rolling boil. Cover and cook on low for 3 to 3.5 hours, or in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for the same time. Slowly the meat will loosen, the broth will deepen, and you'll see a shimmering red layer of chile-infused fat rise to the top. That's liquid gold. Skim it off and save it. We'll need it for the tortillas later. When the meat is so tender it falls apart at the touch of a fork, it's ready. Lift it out onto a tray, let it rest for 10 minutes, then remove the bones and shred it into fine strands. Drizzle over 60 milliliters of the braising liquid to keep it juicy and glossy. Strain the braising liquid through a fine mesh sieve into a clean pot or bowl. Taste it. If it needs more salt, add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. You should have 600-750 milliliters of consommé. Bright, savoury, smoky, and so rich you could sip it like soup. Keep it hot. Now for the moment, that turns this from a stew into something legendary. Heat a skillet or griddle over medium-high. Dip a corn tortilla quickly into the reserved chili fat. One side is enough. And lay it down on the hot surface. You should hear a soft sizzle. Sprinkle on 15 grams of cheese, Then add 45 grams of shredded beef. Finish with a pinch of onion and cilantro. Fold the tortilla over gently, pressing with your spatula so the cheese glues it shut. Cook for 2-3 minutes until the underside is golden and crisp. Then flip and cook for another 1-2 minutes. The tortilla should be lightly blistered, the edges lacquered in red oil, and the cheese molten inside. Keep your finished tacos warm in a 90-95 degrees Celsius oven while you make the rest. Ladle 150 milliliters of hot consommé into small bowls. Add a little onion and cilantro on top. Serve with lime wedges. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Dunk each taco deep, let the broth soak into the shell, and take that first bite. You'll get the crisp shell, the rich beef, the creamy melted cheese, the freshness of lime, and then, just at the end, a whisper of cinnamon and clove. This is birria, scaled for 4, but big enough in flavour to make it a night to remember.